Are we on? Are we on? Are we on? We got sound. We got music. We got music this week. Yeah, I think we got music this week. I think. All right, let's do it. 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 We're gonna do some search engine today. Let's do some search engine today. Where we leave off? I remember we got it running on ACI. I think. Yeah. I remember we got it running on ACI, but it was messed up. We had to do. Oh yeah, we had to move this stuff. We had to move it into /views. Right? I think we had to move it into slash because we had the views folder with the templates in it, and it was failing because it couldn't find what was it? It couldn't find the views because it thought it was in root, thought it was in /views. Let me turn down this a little bit here. I might screw up. I might screw up the sound a bit. We'll see. It's a little buggy on my system. But hey, who knows? Who knows what's happening with this thing? Yeah. All right. So we had to move the views. We copied it into Etsy and the builder image, and then we yeah, we had to copy it from the builder image into /views. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I got to go back to the beginning. All right. We got our Go search. Let's look at the commit history here. Blah, 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 caching, progress. This was all from last week? Yeah, last week. All right, so this was the big one, I think. All right, we did some Docker filing. We made a makefile. This was our trial and error with the views stuff. We put in a to-do. We put in a to-do to figure out API, ACI deploy. Right. What else? What else did we do? Oh, yeah. Okay. So we got a base. We did something with base.html. It's over here. And what else? Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what's going on if we've got this thing running in ACI. AZ container. List-o table. So we're gonna list the ACI containers that are going on in our life. Go search Twitch. All right, so we've got to do an AZ container. What up, Shade Slayer 1919? What's going on? Good to see you. ACI, that's right. Although sadly, if I can't figure out why it was failing last week, it was like I had a works on my machine issue, basically. I had a works on my machine. I was working in the Docker container on my machine. Yeah, let me do a monologue here. All right, here's the thing about Docker containers that I love. All right, here's my monologue, y'all. Thing about Docker containers, you can build it. You can build all your code, all your dependencies. Like I'm building, where's my Docker file? I'm building in what? I'm building in like my code and my HTML files for my templates and my JavaScript and my CSS and all that stuff. And then I did that, and it was all good on my local machine. I was able to like Docker run and run the container, and it was great. Stuff was great. I loved it. But then I pushed up to ACI, and I was getting errors. Same exact Docker container. I don't know what was going on. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time, maybe, I don't know, maybe a half hour or a little less, see if I can get the ACI thing working because I really want to use ACI. And if not, I don't know. We're either going to go and Kubernetes this thing up or we're going to do some of these to-dos. I don't know yet. And it's up to y'all. If y'all want to do something, we got, let's go back to the desktop. We got fingerprinting the JavaScript, ensuring the browser doesn't cache, better styling, little spinner bar. Oh, and I got a name. Go pharaoh.dev. Actually, before we do anything else, we need to fix that. We need to put GoFaro. I'm feeling searchy, error message, working title. This is GoFaro. Our search engine's name is officially GoFaro. GoFaro, like gopher, like a gopher, but GoFaro, because it's got to sound startup-y. I went to a startup name generator. Let's see if we got music still. No music. Oh well. Oh well. I got bugs. I got bugs with my my streaming software. All is not good in the streaming software world right now. Let's see. Can we get Pretzel to do better job for us? A little better. All right, we'll see if we can roll with that for a little while. Maybe. Otherwise, whatever. Whatever for now. So I did one of these. I put gopher into the search, generated a short name. There you have it, GoFaro. So they're selling GoFaro.com for almost $2,000. That's too rich for my blood. But I got GoFaro.dev because I'm one of those fancy developers that loves .dev. So I got GoFaro.dev. Let me make sure. I think I got GoFaro.dev. Pork bun. This is my domain provider. Pork bun. You might have seen this before. We did it. Me and Jennifer did it. We registered some domain on maybe like one of the Wednesdays way back in the day, like a month ago or more maybe. And I mentioned this before. Pig as the mascot. That's the first thing. A pig butt as the icon. So that's another awesome thing. And local business. Where is it? Local business. Oh, they used to be in Portland. They're close by now in Sherwood, Oregon. So I'm into that. I'm into supporting local. Anyway, I am not affiliated with them. I like them. So, did I have GoFaro? GoFaro.dev. Yeah, here we are. So yeah, I got GoFaro. Yeah, Eric.dev, pork bun. Go check it out. It's pretty solid. It's run by some folks who have been in the domain game for like 20 years. It's got the basics. Like, it's got pretty decent pricing on .dev. They don't mark up too much on other like .coms and stuff. It's got 2FA. Yeah, I mean, it's got everything I want, at least. It's pretty basic, but I don't need much more than just being able to set name servers to something else. Because like I'll set name servers over to Cloudflare usually, or Azure, or GCP or whatever. So like, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm good with it. But yeah, I still do have stuff on Google domains too, and I think I have stuff on Namecheap, which is super confusing. But it's all set to, like, I've set name servers to everything, or I've set name servers on everything to point to either Cloudflare or one of the cloud DNS services. So it's not terrible that they're all in different places. Or Netlify, that's another one. I set it to Netlify too. So it's not terrible, but it's like, I wish it was better. I wish I just had put everything on one. And I'm too lazy to transfer everything. I'm much too lazy to transfer everything over from Google Domains and Namecheap all to Cloudflare. Because you know how that is. It's a multi-step thing. You gotta unlock, you gotta initiate the transfer, you gotta wait for the email, you gotta put in the code, blah, blah, blah. And then you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the whole TLD transfer process, whatever. I don't even remember what it's called. Is it the ICANN? I think it's the ICANN transfer requirements or whatever. I don't know. Wish I could remember what it's called, but I don't. So, let me just put this in Begin's channel. Yo, all streaming some Go and JS, Svelte.dev, now, Twitch, Gotta put HTTPS, twitch.tv, Rxjs. All right, all good on that. Cool. All right. So we got our stream, or we got a search engine name, Gofero. All right, rad. Let's get it running. I think we gotta open up 2 terminal windows. Probably should figure that out at some point. How we can get around that. So what do we gotta do? We gotta do npm run dev, I think. npm run dev. Okay, cool. And then go run dot. And we're gonna be running our server. And now we can go to localhost 8080, and we got Gofero. Okay, super pretty. Super pretty. My forte is definitely web design, as you can see. So I'll do my canned search for JavaScript. Boom. All right, it works. Okay. Didn't we say I'm gonna do some low-hanging fruit? So we said somewhere form. We said something about doing a form. Like we want to be able to press enter. I remember this. Maybe I didn't write it down though. I remember saying we wanted to be able to press enter so that you could just type it in and didn't have to click the button if you didn't want. So let's just do that. Let's just do that real quick. I feel like that's going to be fairly easy. Oh, we did try to do it. Okay, we did a prevent default. We did a do search. We got the search term. That's That's to do right there, of course. Yeah. All right, that's the to do right there. Rad. Should put this on in GitHub issues or something, so they're all in the same place. But what are you gonna do? Okay. So and it's watching. Okay, it's watching changes. So we got a bundle.js. Sweet. Okay. Let's just see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if we do try to do a enter. JavaScript. Enter. Oh, it works. Eric.dev, am I typically a light background ID? Yeah, Eric, I moved over to a light background like a couple weeks ago. I like it because when I like at night when I'm hacking, turn off the light, when I turn off the backlight, when I turn off everything and put the shutters down, I go into my cave. This is a little bit easier on my eyes. Just for me, I don't know. It's like I think that it gives me less blue light. I think. But don't quote me on that. I don't know the science behind it, but it feels like my eyes get less dry. I get less headaches. Feels a little bit easier on my whole this area here. McCanch, welcome. I feel like coders on Twitch collude to keep me from working. Yeah, I've been colluding with Eric and Began for sure. Yeah, Stickle Me Pickle, I thought it would be, but I mean, I don't have data. I only have data on how I feel. It's significantly better for me. Significantly, especially when the lights are out. Right now, it doesn't matter so much. I've got a backlight. I've got this light coming in. I've got that light. Not the end of the world, but definitely at night, it's a lot better. So what's up, Brave Cobra 2? Good to see you again. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, so we are in the middle of a lot of things. Oh, Eric.dev, reverse problem. Bright white light starts giving me eye fatigue. Maybe you'll find the yellow is different. I don't know if that's the thing, because when I'm coding, most of the screen is yellow, unless obviously you go to the browser. But in the IDE, most of it is yellow. That might be part of the solution. I should really look up to see if there's some science behind this, but the yellow might be part of why this isn't like the bright white light effect. Because for sure, same here. If I've got a bright white light, it's that blue light that the monitor kicks off or the TV. That is what it is for me. Yeah. So, problem's not the problem's not my background color. It's my IDE of choice. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I have actually been going back to Vim. I haven't been in Vim for like 8 years. So, I've been going like slowly back. So maybe in a month you'll see me on Vim, and then everyone can heckle me. The Emacs folks can heckle me for not using Emacs. The Vim folks can heckle me because I'm super rusty in Vim. Brave Cobra 2, are you working on the search engine that cheats? Cheats is a strong word. But yes. Yeah, Bobby Maboon. Welcome, welcome, by the way. Good to see you. Blue light filters to the rescue. I should get one. I should get one. McCanch, we just stole Eric back. Oh, where did he come from? Interesting. Oh, Eric, ask my brother. He's been studying that stuff for a while. He has devices to measure it, etc. He's been working on a company that can. Oh, anti-blue light glasses. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I should talk to him. I'll ping him actually. Oh, you stole. Oh, I got you. I got you. McCanch, you stole him back to Linux, Vim, and i3. Yeah, McCanch, he's struggling that Microsoft junk. As you can see, as am I. I got on I think I mentioned this maybe Wednesday. I got on the Windows dev channel for insiders. So it was updating like every other day. I think what do they do? A weekly update maybe? I think they have scheduled updates, but they're super frequent. So, second to last one before I got off of it, the second to last update broke WSL. I had to write a batch script. A batch script. That's the thing I haven't even heard in years. I had to write a batch script to automatically restart the WSL host. And then the second update broke Docker, so I had to go back to the Hyper-V Docker runtime. And that was another thing, and that broke all of my streams because I have to use Docker, and I choose to use Docker in all my streams. It's my jam. So I'm back on the beta channel of Insiders, and that's going a little bit better for me. But Linux, especially Eric's my coworker. I've got some other coworkers that are like, we're on Windows. Brian's another one of our coworkers. Like, we're using Windows from the main dev box, now going over to Linux. I am feeling some pain, but I feel like for me, I don't have the Linux hard requirements that Eric does right now. Because Eric has like technical reasons, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Eric. But I think you have like real technical reasons because something you're working on needs Linux. I don't have that just yet. I'm more, I need Docker. And I just need a Linux shell. Format junkom.bat. I've never heard of that. Do I dare? Do I dare click on that? Well, let's search for it. Format junk OS. My cheating search engine. Oh, does this fail? Does this break everything? Oh, it's not a real thing. Okay. All right, good to know. So that's a bug. We found a bug. Cool. Response results are null for format junk OS. What? Oh, Eric, you went the opposite direction. You were a Linux person your whole life, then decided to recheck your assumptions and try Windows as a dev environment. Now that there are things like VS Code and or VS Code Remote and WSL. Yeah, I was yeah. I did Windows for a while. I learned to program on VBA Windows. Was it Windows 95 maybe? I don't remember what version, but it was probably Windows 95. Then I went to SUSE. That's where I learned command line stuff. I learned Bash on SUSE and basic like Linux principles and how the file system's laid out and stuff. I went to Mac after that. I was on Mac from 2002, I think. Well, no, I mean, I had a Mac in the 90s, but I was primarily on Windows then. But yeah, then I had a Mac OS 10 machine from 2002 until, I don't know, 4 months ago or something like that. And now, yeah, now Windows, and I'm digging the Linux environment. I gotta say that the Linux environment's nice on WSL2. It's just the other stuff around it. I think Microsoft is getting there. They're getting there really fast to be good for devs. But they're not quite there for my taste. Like, you can't script everything. Eric, I remember seeing your stream yesterday. Like, you scripted your entire streaming setup. That was so cool. Your entire streaming setup, write a script and you're ready to stream. Not the case on Windows, as you probably know. Other folks, yeah, like, if you haven't tried it, like setting stuff up on Windows for streaming, there's a lot of moving parts. Got to click around a lot. I have a list of reminders of what to click on before I start a stream. So that's a thing. That's a thing for sure. Eric, had been itching to go back for a couple months. Now you're on a project that you really need Linux for because Linux has direct access to the GPU. So you decided to take it as a sign. Time to go home. Yeah, time to go home. Yeah. Brave Cobra, you started with SUSE, then Gentoo, now Ubuntu. I skipped Gentoo, but well, this is a Debian. This is a Debian VM, but Debian, Ubuntu, I use them interchangeably-ish. But yeah, that's my distro of choice for now. Yeah. Learned a lot from Gentoo. Yeah. I've heard good things about Gentoo. I've heard good things about Arch too. I haven't used Arch. Started with Red Hat 5, not Rail, before Rail, and Fedora split. Also Caldera, Mandrake, and Slackware. I remember Mandrake and Slackware. The first CD I burned was a Mandrake distro. Every other CD after that was pirated music, but the first one was a Mandrake distro. You did Gentoo for a while, a long while before Arch. Interesting. Cool, cool. I should check out Gentoo. I wonder if the Microsoft... I don't think the Microsoft Store has a Gentoo distro. Flight Simulator. Maybe I'll stream playing Flight Simulator. I haven't checked out Flight Simulator yet. No, Gentoo. Let me just search Linux. Linux. Ubuntu, Kali, SUSE, Debian, the Linux cheat sheet. Let's show all. Looks like no Gentoo. I'll lobby someone inside of Microsoft to do that. You remember installing OSs off of 8 floppy disks in the 90s days. What? Actually, no. I came to the game too late for that. We had zip. No, I wasn't. I remember the 5-inch floppy. I never installed an OS off a 5-inch floppy though. I was too young for that. But I do remember zip disk. I think I installed them. No, I didn't. It was all CDs when I came in the game. Yeah. Gentoo, you're on Kubuntu. Nice. Kubuntu 2004. Nice. I should try. Well, I've been doing mostly GNOME. The last time I touched KDE was probably, I don't know. I did KDE on Ubuntu back in the day. I don't remember that. Eric, it was more than that. You just remember a rubber banded stack of floppies. Nice. Brave Cobra 2, you started with Linux in 97, the early days. That is the early days for sure. I was still on Mac and Windows in those days. 97, I think, was when I learned VBA. It was VB95? I think it was VB95. I gotta use my own search engine. What was it called? Oh yeah, we have a bug. Gotta reload the page. Search engine's getting there. Was it 5.0 maybe? I can't remember. It was old school. I remember programming a tic-tac-toe game. The early days of AI. Let's call it that. I had an AI tic-tac-toe player. Aquafunkalistic. Heading to Walden Books in the mall to buy something with a Slackware CD in the back. Yes! That's me. That was my life. Never bought the book with a Slackware CD. I burned one, but I didn't buy the book. I don't think I bought the book. Maybe. I remember buying a book with a SUSE CD in it, but I don't remember a Slackware. The O'Reilly books had SUSE CDs in them. Brave Cobra. Oh, Eric, you were flew on in Linux. Nice. By 2001. Nice. Red Hat back in the day for Aquafunkalistic. Red Hat back in the day. Nice. Eric, you're a weird broken state of a geek. You use Windows long enough to get rusty with Linux a bit, not long enough to get good and productive in Windows. Yeah, same. And now I'm split between Mac, Linux, and Windows because I use Mac for a lot of stuff. Still. For like I do screencasts, I use Mac for that. I do Mac for some other stuff too. So I'm still like the Mac keyboard shortcuts, and I have Windows keyboard shortcuts now that I have to deal with. So it's hard to remember. Okay. Brave Cobra 2, let's get that bug fixed. Yes, let's do it. Okay. Bug fix. What is happening? So first of all, can I repro it? Visual Basic. Pending 200.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
JavaScript.
And welcome to the greatest show on earth.
So what does it work now? Programming. Computers. All right. It fixed itself. Brave Cobra 2, it's AI. I have an AI self-programming app that fixed itself. I'm sure there's probably some use case that breaks it, but I guess we'll cross that bridge. Oh, Aquafungalistic, you've been working on getting Windows in a GPU pass-through VM in Linux. Seems to be working pretty well so far. Might be where you settle. Nice. Eric, it's not the standard stuff that you end up fighting. You still write software for Linux. It's just weird. The stuff like font sizes, DPI issues, cross GTK, QT, etc. Fixing broken audio. Oh, the broken audio is not just isolated to Linux. Not just... By the way, can y'all hear music? Because music was on at the beginning of the stream. I had to change some volumes. Not disc volume. I had to change the actual sound volume. And it breaks every other sound volume index, which is pretty cool. I got to update a sound driver, I think. Okay, so is that a bug? Maybe. I'll put in a bug for that. If you search once and then a second time without reloading the page, sometimes it doesn't show the new search results. If you look in the DevTools Network tab, the response from the second search API call has, what did it have? Null? I think it had nil or null. Like results was a null array, I think. Results, null. In the body. Something like that. Something like that. Oh, Eric, you did your build. You're sitting in front of a bunch of parts for the second tower. Did you build the tower last night? I thought you were doing it on the weekend, but that's awesome. Send pics. Aquafunkalistic, why does your Bluetooth disconnect regularly when you open the Bluetooth Manager GUI? Yep, that happened to me on Windows. Not Bluetooth, just sound output to OBS. That just happened to me on Windows. It's like the Heisenberg bug of sound or Bluetooth. Yeah, oh yeah, Eric, you changed your audio sync, but Spotify and everything's playing through it except the one stream that's still stuck on the old sync. Also a Windows thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just sound, maybe? I don't know. Eric, it's still your pile parts. Okay. Yeah, send pics after you do the build. That'd be cool, yeah. Bobbing Baboon Bluetooth is just, well, yeah. Yeah, it kind of is. That's why I had a wireless headphones went wired because it kept breaking out. Oh, okay, so we got that bug. Okay. So it seems like that is not a bug, maybe. Bluetooth. Yeah, I can't repro it now. Alright, well, whatever. And the search thing, this is done. I'm going to put this into GitHub to give myself credit. Oh, Brave Cobra, did I click the button versus hitting enter? Oh, okay. Okay, good point. Bluetooth. Actually, let's do another one. Golang programming. Enter. All right, and now let's go to Python programming. Click. Nope. And let's do another one. Ruby programming. Enter. Nope. Something's up. Maybe I did something else weird. I don't know. Oh, nice. Eric, the Linux tower is the massive tower, tall as your desk in black. You're building a smaller mid-ATX case that's white for the Windows box. You got the Darth Vader versus Stormtrooper thing. Shouldn't Windows be the Empire and then Linux be like the Jedi or something? Like Luke Skywalker. Put a Luke Skywalker theme it like an X-Wing. Can you get the X-Wing colors and theme it like that? Okay. All right, so I guess that's not a bug, but I'm going to put the enter thing into an issue so that I can give myself credit for it. Need to make it so you can do search if you also press enter in the search box. Sweet. Bug. This is our first official bug fix. Close. Done. Yeah, put a rebel syntax. Put a rebel symbol on it. Okay. So Need to figure out what's going on with the ACI deploy. Need to fingerprint the JavaScript files. Ensure the browser doesn't cache. Better styling. Little spinner bar after you submit the search, but before the results are ready. Type ahead. DuckDuckGo, search operators, and bangs. Map support. Smart sidebar for DuckDuckGo. Build the image in ACR tasks. Docker image. That'll get me next time. Better DNS for the host name. I got that. I have that. Another one that I'm going to get credit for. Get a better DNS. The host name. Whatever. I don't know the label for that. Who cares? Got. Gofaro.dev. Fire. Closing comment. Okay. All right. So y'all are probably sick of me trying to get credit for bugs that I fixed. So I'm going to stop that. All right, let's do some local stuff now. We'll work on the Docker stuff later. So make a UI for all this stuff. We have that already. Cache results. Let's deal with that later. Proactively in the background, video, image, etc. Deploy this to the actual internet. Rate limiting. Okay, write our own crawler. We're not going to write our own crawler today. Let's do the JavaScript and CSS fingerprinting stuff. Because I think that has bitten us already. So what happens is this thing builds up a, let's view source here. This thing builds up a bundle.js right there on this line. But anytime I change the JavaScript, this thing gets rebuilt, but it's got the same name. So I think the static file server locally is specifying no cache for it. So like the cache expiry is what, 0. I think it sends cache expiry as 0. Maybe we can check. Bundle.js, headers, not modified. Oh, it's a not modified. So let's see if I can refresh, empty cache, and hard refresh. Get blah blah blah, less modified, response headers. So it doesn't. It does not send a cache expiry time. Which means the Rockerboo, it should be available. My face should be available as an emote. Is it not? It is not? Oh no. We're gonna fix that. Emotes, where are you? Did I miss it? There we go. Yeah, tier 1. You even get a gopher if you tier 2. It is called... What is it called? ARSCHL face, I think. No. Yeah, ARSCHL face. Oh, ARSCL grill. It's not. Oh, I'm not a subscriber. Try that. Rockerboo. Oh, that's true. They are still waiting to be verified. Yes. They're in... where does it say? It said it yesterday after I uploaded. It said they're waiting to be verified. Blah. I can... yeah. Let's wait for him to be verified. My bad. You know the emote. you gave me the emote. It's... Oh, and it's in the fave icon too, right there. You know the emote, but I apologize for that. Rockerboo. I really feel terrible. I told you I would, and it's there, but it's not there. So, my bad. Thank you for being patient with me. Definitely evil. Are we doing fun tangents? Of course, we're doing fun. Oh, what fun tangents are we going on? You tell me. You tell me what fun tangents we're going to be going on. Don't feel terrible. It was a gift sub. Okay. Okay, I won't. Okay, I won't. Oh! Okay, here's one. This is a good one. Undefined. I need to check for undefined because I don't want it to always search undefined. If term equals... I should just do this. If not term. Maybe that'll do it. Yes, it did it. Okay. So yeah, term is undefined. So I learned this. Who told me this? Someone told me. Someone give me this. Oh man, can't talk. Someone told me about JavaScript truthy and falsy. JavaScript truthy and falsy. Truthy. So if I remember right, yeah. Falsy is false, 0. We did a tangent. Definitely evil. You missed last Friday. We did a tangent into what the heck is -0. We did a tangent into that. We did 0 and as a big int, empty string, null, undefined, and not a number. Those are all falsy. So when I do this, not term, I'm saying is term not a, is term not a falsy value? And if it is not a falsy value, wait, why does this work? Boolean logic, my Boolean logic is off. Anyway, this means basically if term is empty. So if term is empty, then we're doing error message and we're bailing out. And we'll show the error message down here. Definitely evil, talking about Booleans. How do you feel about nullable Booleans? I don't like nullable anything, to be honest with you. I follow the null pattern. I follow the null pattern, like the nil error pattern in Go, but I really don't like returning nil for anything else. There are some other cool things you can do with nil in Go, and other languages too, like Python. You can have null, right? You can have null, uppercase null, and elsewhere, practically every other language has it. I don't like it though. It's the $1 billion mistake, right? The Booleans, I feel like, is a really acute example of why it sucks. Because a Boolean, true or false, right? Boolean is true or false. But no, it's also null. There are 3 Boolean values now. That makes no sense. Brave Cobra 2, can I search for false? Let's find out. Yes, apparently I can. False. Can I search for undefined? Good question. You have brought up many good questions. How about, can I search for 0? I guess I can search for those things because it will not be an empty string or the actual value false or integer 0 or the value undefined. Maybe. JavaScript is still a mystery to me. Maybe it always will be. Yeah. Okay, so we got that. Styling's a little weird. Let's just do one of these. We're going to do results. Margin top 1 em. False. Okay, we got a little bit of margin. That's fine. Whatever. Okay. All right, so back to this. I am switching Bobby Mega and I'm switching to JS. 5 years of you using Go and you moved on to JS. Oh boy. I'm gonna pocket this real quick. Read it later. This is interesting. Actually, I'm gonna read it now, briefly. Make JavaScript on par. You've got different kind of arrays, types. Whoa, null coalescing. This is a thing. Oh my God. I can't even. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Bob Banu, I'm gonna check this out later though. Irony may occur. Yeah. What's up, Zanus? Good to see you. Glad you're off your call and you can join us. This is awesome. Hope the call went well, though. Stupac62, yes. I think it's gross. I think JavaScript is a necessary evil just because I don't write WASM apps yet, WebAssembly apps yet. Like, this is an example. Concurrency? Concurrency, technically it exists in JavaScript, yes, because you can write code as if it's doing multiple things at the same time, even though it's not. And that's fine, because concurrency is different than parallelism. Concurrency is writing code that may execute interleaved, where one operation may happen in this function before this operation happens in this function. However, one function may not be atomic. It may not all run to the end. It may run a little bit and then pause, and then the other one may run as well. By the way, Aquafunkalistic, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. But Go can be parallel. So Go can have two things truly running at the same time on different cores. So it's a little bit different, but concurrency technically is the right word. That's my soapbox on concurrency. But I see a lot of JavaScript. I don't see a lot of Go. So I should read this more carefully, and I will. Zenus, you're not an artist, but to the code and mode concept. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to bookmark this. I cannot book. Oh yeah, here we go. Let me bookmark this. I'm starting to put all my stuff in GitHub now. I'm starting to put all of my notes in GitHub instead of scattered around. Instead of scattered around the code. All right, to the code emote. Nice. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. All right. We got to get to some of these. Fingerprinting the JavaScript. Zenus, I am going with GoFaro. I have bought the domain. However, I will buy more domains. If you give me something that's clever, one word, and just about the same length as GoFaro, plus or minus a character or two, then I am good to go. I will consider, but I will buy the domain name. Brave Cobra 2, that was a security alert. Might be an easy fix. I'll do it later. I'm not super worried about security right now. As bad as that sounds, I'm not super worried about security right now. Stupox62, we are building a search engine using the Microsoft Bing API. We're cheating. I'm building a shell that calls a search API. So like when you search for JavaScript, this is going back to the Bing API. Somewhere in here, it's going back to the Bing API. Yeah, Zenus cheating for now. Yes, it is. And I have a bot set up. I don't have a bot set up. I will get that for the project command. Sorry about that. I am very slow moving on my Twitch production value, and that's slow but steady. I should say that. I'm a slow but steady moving on my Twitch production value, so that's coming. All right. Better styling. I'm going to get rid of that. We don't need to do that right now. Little spinner bar after you submit the search, but before results are ready. That should be a fairly easy fix for now. We've got to figure out, how do you do an if in Svelte? Svelte.dev. That is what I'm looking for. Tutorial. And somewhere in here is the way to do an if. If. No. Well, that's an else. That's fine. If user.logged in. Okay. So we're going to do if results. And what do you do? Close with a squiggly. I love that word. Squiggly. Working. See you, bobbing baboon. See you. Have fun on the walk. Enjoy it. Thanks for coming out. So working on it. Actually, we don't really want to say working on it, because if we did, well, let's see what happens. I think it's going to always show this. And then you do an else, and then in the else you would show it. And then you do close the if. I have to get used to this. I totally have to get used to this syntax. Oh, Seargo. Gork's playing off the Crex naming. Okay. I hear you. Let's put that in the queue. Sviagor. How do you pronounce these things? How do you pronounce Seargo? Gorks? Sviagor? That sounds like an Icelandic name or something. Okay. Seargo. We've got Sviagor. Is that it? All right, we'll leave this up. We'll leave this up in a pin tab over there, and Go explore. Go explore. Okay, leave that open. Let's see, where were we? Okay. Oh, Brave Cobra 2, no search pending. Okay. So, okay. Oh, nice. Eric, you're going to start building the tower while you listen on stream. Nice. If you want to post photos of in progress, I think it'd be cool to see like what ordering people do when they build. Like I do like a dry fit of wiring first. Like I put all the wiring, I like put it in the paths, so to speak, that I want to put wiring from the PSU to all my components. I like dry fit it, and then I zip tie it the way I want it into the case, and then I put the motherboard on, and then I feed wiring up into the motherboard wherever I need it to go. Then I do CPU and all that stuff. I know, well, every CPU that I've bought has said put the CPU in before you put the motherboard in. I don't know. I just don't, it's not for me. Digo, dig plus go. All right, Stupak, Digo. Zanus search engine names follow no theme I can see other than short. Zanus, okay. What is it? Yagu.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen,
right.
and
Nice.
welcome to the greatest
Go
show on
Jeeves.
earth.
Oh, Andy Schneider. Thanks for coming out, by the way. Go Jeeves. Go Schlurch. Oh, I love it. Play on my last name. I love it. I love it. That might be a winner. Honestly, that might be a winner. I'm buying that right now. This will be, I swear I'm not going to buy all these domain names. Although I want to. Go schlurch.dev. This has got to be a bit, okay. Okay. This is amazing. I want everyone to try, just say go schlurch 5 times fast. That's like a voice, like with those singers. If you're a singer, it's like a voice warm-up. Pork Bun is my fave domain registrar. I live in Portland, so I like it's a local business. They should pay me. They should pay me for all the marketing I give them on streams. But anyway, they're a local business, but they have like solid. They have solid domain management, solid prices, but also that logo. That's why I'm all about it. That logo. Stupak, what did I probably leaked a lot of things in that just now. I probably should not have done that. You know the last 4 of my privacy.com credit card number, which is probably maxed out by now. Yeah. That privacy.com credit card number has a limit of, I don't know, $500, which I've already met. So I may not actually have bought that domain name. We'll see. Yeah. Go Schlurch. What else did we have? Schlurcher. Okay. These names are getting better and better. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I need to save this in case something crashes. Okay. Okay, so we have to figure out, is this working on it going to show up always or what? Gobbing or gobing? Eric.dev, I leaked last 4 and last 4 and expiration on my credit card number. It's like a privacy.com credit card number. Okay, so JavaScript. We don't get a working on it at all. Oh yeah, a gobbing or gobing. All right, gobbing. Gobing or gobbing. Slurch.it. Is slurch.it even available? Not gonna leak this time. Slurch.it. Slurch it. That's kind of fun. Slurch it. Slurch it. Does Porkbun not have a .it? That would be lame. To Google domains. That is a limitation. Google Domains has, I think Google Domains has support for the most TLDs. Unavailable. Bah, lame. How about slurch, SCHL.it? Nope. All right. All right. I keep this open. So working on it didn't work. It didn't work at all, I think. Or do we have a caching issue? Golang. No, didn't work. Okay. Bingo would be the, oh yes, okay. Bingo. I love it. I love it. Okay, we got 2 votes for bingo. I feel like yeah. I like bingo. I like bingo. Yeah, I like bingo. All right. All right. I'm buying bingo. This time I won't leak, even though I already leaked it. It's kind of not how leaks work. And bingo was its name-o? What? You... Genius. You all are geniuses. Bingo.com or bingo.dev? Maybe I'll buy both. If com is available. I bet dev's available, though. Nope, no com. Dev. We got dev. Well, like I said, we might have dev if I haven't hit my privacy.com limit. Yeah, definitely evil caching issues are always the best to solve. Yeah, don't they always say there, what is it? 2 problems in computer science: cache invalidation, naming, and off by 1 array errors. If I replace Bing as the underlying engine, it won't count anymore. Why not? Bringing back the Lycos dog? Oh my. Oh my. Okay, so first of all, I'm changing the button to bingo. And let me bingo.dev, gofaro.dev, bingo.xyz, no dice. Is there a dot search? I feel like there's a dot search on Google Domains. Bingo.search. If someone finds a Lycos dog, no dice. If someone finds a Lycos dog icon, that's going in too. Bingo.dev, gofaro.dev. Bingo, all right. All right, so we have no cache invalidation issues here. Something cool. Okay, so it doesn't work. Our working on it thing doesn't work. So let's see. If in progress, let's try that. So we're gonna do a let in progress equals false, and then we're gonna do a in progress equals true. So what are we doing? All right, so we bail out. We don't set in progress yet. We got to bail out if they don't put something in the box. We got to bail out before. Yeah, we got to bail out before we set in progress to true, because we don't want that thing to just say working on it and then also fail. All right, so wait a second. Wait a second. JavaScript. Something's up. Something's up. Oh, we got some Lycos dog pictures. Okay. There's a gopher. And there's a like. Okay. Well, this is what we're doing now. We're putting images in our site. In our search engine. So first of all, we're going to replace... Yeah. We're replacing Gofaro with this gopher. So here, we're just going to do one of these. What did I do wrong? Oh, it needs to have an alt. Can't forget that accessibility. Alt equals gopher. I'll get that a little bit better later on. a little big, but that's all good. Branding is indeed important. All right, let's see. We want to do height equals, I don't know, 50. Is that going to do anything? How about 100? 300? Little too big. 250. Okay. Now, the Lycos dog. Where are we going to put the Lycos dog? I'll put it right here, but I'm going to make it small. Just to remind myself. Make it not show up. Okay. Okay, Brave Cobra 2, reset bool after the results come in. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Thank you. We're going to do in progress equals false. Okay. But bingo.cards, bingo.bingo. I gotta write that down too. Bingo.cards. Bing. Oh, we should do Bing. Is there a .go? Bing.go. That's gonna get it. I'm gonna get sued. I'm gonna get sued for by Bing for that. Okay. All right, so we're setting it back. Thank you for that, by the way, Brave Cobra. Okay, we're setting it back to false, but it's still not showing at all. It's still not showing at all. Oh yeah, bin.go. Yeah, I don't think go is a TLD. That showed up on Google Domains as a no-go. So if in progress, and then we say working on it, is that really how you do an if? Yeah. So we never say working on it, do we? Control F5, hard refresh. Oh, okay, so it can see me now. Okay, cool. We have an else. Wait a second, did I mess something up? Bingo.ai. All right, bingo.ai. let me toss it in there. Once our search engine becomes the billion-dollar business that I know it will be, we can buy all these. 60 a year? Oof. That's gonna break my privacy.com bank for sure. So this is weird. It's showing an else. It's showing an else in here. I don't understand. We've got some state. I'm assuming this fault. It'd be nice if they had names in here. What does this thing do? Nothing. It'd be nice if they named the variables, I guess. But they don't. I'm guessing this false is for in progress. So in progress is false. Can I set it? I cannot. So when you hit the button, I wonder if it's got something to do with this is an async function? Maybe? What if we just set it to no, we set it to true before. Before we had not been setting it to false, and it still was not showing up. What if we did this? Will it even show up if we do that? Okay, it shows up if we do that. So we know it can show up. There is no trigger to update the UI. What do you mean what do you mean by trigger? Curious what you mean by trigger. Select a term. Oh, wait a second. This might have been a cache invalidation issue with the script. Okay. All right, so we did working on it. That's cool. I need to let the app component know it needs to repaint. Okay, I think Svelte does it for us. I want to say it does it for us. Because this gets compiled. The reason I'm saying that is, the reason I'm guessing that, is this gets compiled down into regular JavaScript. It's not like a Vue or React type of framework that does the virtual DOM update thing. This actually is compiled down to regular JavaScript that can target individual DOM elements. So how do you change the state? Rockerboo, how do you change the state? Do you use global variables? I don't know what these are called. I think that they're called globals, but they're only in scope for this component. So this is just like one of possibly many components, and it's loaded in here. So new app, it goes into here. We hit up this thing here. So these are like global to the component. So I don't know what that's called. I don't quite understand this flow yet. I just know that if I wanted to do another component, like I could do it here. Maybe I will do it here. Search result dot svelte. So you do one of these, you do script, and then you do like, let's do one of these. So let URL, and then let name, and those are props that you pass in from app.svelte. So we would do search result URL equals result.url and name equals result.name. And then you've got this HTML, so you would put it here. And we would just do this. Oh yeah, and we would do index. We've got to accept an index here. And oh, we also have to import it. So we're going to do import search result from search result.svelte. So I think this does the trick for us. Yes. So all that is to say, I think this is how you do it, but I don't know if these are global variables. Yeah, and I'm not super fond on mutating variables either. I guess it's okay. I don't know if I'm going to say okay, but I guess it's okay because for me, my plan is if I find myself writing a lot of code in one component and it's starting to mutate tons and tons of different variables, global variables, I'll probably have to split it out into another like subcomponent anyway. It's my guess at least. But we'll see where the day takes us. Oh, writable stores, Rockerboo. Okay, what do we got here? Not all. Oh, that's their store system. It seems they want you to use let variables. Not all app state belongs on your app's component hierarchy. You have values that need to be accessed. Oh, accessed by multiple unregulated components, or by a regular JS module. You do this with stores. It's simply an object with a subscribe method that allows interested parties to be notified whether the store value changes. In app.svelte, count is a store. We're setting count value in the count subscribe callback. Okay, so we've got an increment. We've got a reset. Let's do one of these. Show me. Stores.js. Oh, they give you a writable. Okay. App.svelte imports a count thing from a store. They're subscribing. Okay, they're subscribing to store changes. And then they're setting count value. Again, though, we're setting a global variable. But we're setting a global variable when the store value changes. And then decrementer probably also. Yep, decrementer has a store. Incrementer has a store. And these are doing updates. So they're submitting updates. Okay. And then we're setting. This is not submitting an update. I guess it's just we're setting it back to 0. Okay. It looks like the store is. Huh. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah. They want you to use let variables. Oh, Brave Cobra True observables might be better. Interesting. Rockerboo, this might be excessive. You're right. I think it might make more sense though. Like they said, if we're using lots of different components that are unrelated. But yes, immutable variables. I'm all for that too. And this does seem dirty. Brave Cobra 2. I am not that familiar with Rxjs. Let's check it out. No, I gotta use my search in. I gotta get used to it. Rxjs JavaScript. Working on it. Okay, Rxjs. Okay. Okay. Overview. Okay. Lodash for events. I have no idea what that means. It's a library for composing asynchronous and event-based programs using observable sequences. One core type, the observable, and then satellite types, observer, schedules, and subjects. Operators inspired by array extras like map, filter, reduce, every, and etc. Reactive-X combines the observer pattern with the iterator pattern. Whoa, this looks like a lot. From event. When you get a click on a document, you subscribe to that, and then you log something. Purity. Its ability to produce values using pure functions. I love that. I love this. Is music to my ears. Other pieces of code might mess up your state. You would normally create an impure function. You isolate the state with Rxjs. You would do a from event. You'd listen for the click event, pipe that event into something about scanning, add to count. Where does count come from? Oh, maybe it just is a thing you decide. Maybe. I don't know. It's just like reduce for arrays. Okay. Takes a value that's exposed to a callback. The return value is the value of the callback. It then becomes the next value exposed. So this is just like map. That's awesome. That's awesome. Flow. Whole wide range of operators that helps you control how the events flow through your observables. It would allow you to do most 1 click per second. So this is how you do it in the plain old JS. PO, you know, like Pojo, like Java, plain old Java object, but it's PoJS something. Throttle time. Okay. Okay. Oh, definitely evil. There's Rx Android, Rx Java, and Rx Swift. So Rx is a sounds like it's an ecosystem of like a pattern or something. Interesting. Oh, Rockaroo. Okay, it's your state flowing through each function. I gotcha. So then at the end of the day, you subscribe, and that's how you deal with the value. Yeah, functional reactive programming. Functional reactive programming. I was playing around with Elm the other day. Where is my search engine? Elm Lang. So I found out about FRP from Elm. So Elm is like a brand new language that lets you do that pattern. But that's how I came to Svelte. Because I liked Elm because I didn't have to figure out all this JavaScript syntax stuff. And that was a bummer. I didn't want to deal with that. But Elm doesn't really interact very well with other JavaScript libraries. So I did a compromise. I was like, okay, I'll learn some stuff about JavaScript, but I don't want to deal with a JavaScript runtime like React or Vue, like the virtual DOM stuff. So Svelte seemed like a good middle ground because it doesn't have the virtual thing. It lets me just take this and it'll compile it down to plain JavaScript code under the hood, which I like. I really like that. reactivex.io. Okay. Thank you, Definitely Evil. API for asynchronous programming with observable streams. Cool. All right. Let me put some of this stuff in GitHub. Look into functional reactive programming. Nope, that's not what I wanted to copy. All right. Also check out Rxjs. Okay. So I'm going to stick with just taking props and passing them down for now. My thought is the minute I see that I have to either have props go to 2 different places at once or have to have something down here right back up to something up here, that's what I'm going to go to, something like this, or maybe the Svelte store or something along those lines. I don't know what yet, but I have felt the pain of needing to write back up the tree in React and Vue, and I'm not into that. I don't want to do that again. So I'm going to go for some of this, something like this. Reactive thing, Reactive-X, Rxjs, or the Svelte store. I don't know which one fits best, but we'll cross that bridge. Okay, so we got that. Spinner bar, we're going to deal... Well, maybe we can get a spinner bar GIF. Flat progress bar. Toggle loader. No. This is not what I want. Bingo. That's okay. This is an issue. We'll deal with that in a second, but let's make an issue for it. So what happened was I went to this, I clicked on a link, and then I went back. It was pre-populated in here. So I think Edge, my browser, Microsoft Edge, I think Microsoft Edge was what pre-populated it. And then Svelte was unaware of it. Eric.dev, I did say GIF. I say GIF. I will never change my mind about this. So I think what happens is the Svelte system is not aware, I think, that Edge is pre-populating it, so somehow it doesn't know about term. So I'm gonna just write that down. When Edge or when browser pre-populates the search box on page load, Svelte doesn't know about the value. For example, if you search, click through to a new search or to a page and click back, you'll see this problem. Am I allowed to be friends with are we allowed to be friends with you being a GIF person, Eric.dev? Yes, we are. Zenus autocomplete off. What does that mean? What do you mean? Oh, Rockaboo. Reactivity. Okay. Alrighty. At the heart of Svelte is a powerful system for reactivity. Okay. Keeping the DOM in sync. Yes. Okay. Okay, cool. To demonstrate it, we need to wire up an event handler. Replace line 9 with this. Okay, they did a handle click. Inside of handle click, all we need to do is change the value of count. Svelte instrument this assignment with some code that tells the DOM what needs to be updated. Zenus, oh, that will stop autofilling the input element. Maybe that's not what I wanted. Well, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if when I press back, or for whatever reason, if the browser auto-completed or auto-filled this, it'd be cool if Svelte would know about it somehow. So I wonder if there's an event somehow. If there's an event that like Svelte can know about that the browser auto-completed something. Let's see if there's a JavaScript autocomplete event. Autocomplete events, jQuery UI. But I don't want autocomplete off. Autocomplete off would prevent completion of words, phrases someone types. Yeah, for sure. Brave Cobra 2, I got the bug again. I got the Svelte bug. This one was a little different though, because the other time it wasn't giving the error, but it was sending it up to the browser, or to the server, sending a term up to the server, or it probably was sending nothing up to the server. And at that point, the server was searching for nothing, and then it returned nothing. So this one's a little different because it doesn't even, like it just hits this right here. But maybe I was getting that bug before because this was wrong. This if was wrong before. So it was letting it through. It was letting nothing go through to here. And then I was sending undefined. Maybe sending undefined up to the server. So, only from browser's memory. If you wanted to do suggestion, that would still work, but it would block what the user had entered before. Okay. My ideal thing is to not block anything at all. Let's see what Google does. JavaScript. All right, so then they go here, click on JavaScript, go back, still there. That would be cool. Rockaboo, make the text input longer. All right, as you wish. As you wish. So CSS input element HTML. I think I can do something like that. CSS forms. Oh, okay. Close one of these. CSS forms is not happy. Ooh, bummer. I got to do something about this for sure. W3 schools, that'll do. Input password, okay. CSS, okay. Where are you, CSS? Blah. Oh yeah, MDN, okay. You can see how good I am at web dev. Mozilla Developer Network. CSS form. Web forms. CSS property validation table. CSS layout. What am I looking for? I feel like I am searching for the wrong thing. HTML input element. CSS input length. Thank you, Rockaboo. CSS input length. CSS pixel. How about input tag? Forms? Okay. That's a start. Oh, it might be an HTML attribute. Okay, let's see. Can we see something here? Name, action, form submission attributes. We want to see if there's input. There, input. Okay, input. Min length, max length, size. I wonder if it's size. Let's see. 100. How do I get it to render? Yes. Okay. Size equals 100. We're not going to do 100, but let's do 25. Let's see if that'll do it. Oh, I can use CSS to change it too. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do that. Because then I can do it in like EM or pixels or whatever. Let's do input ID equals term. We will do one of these term. And we'll do width. Let's say 5 EM. I like EM. I don't know why. I just like EM. That didn't work. No dice. 1000 EM. Caching. Maybe caching. No dice. Okay. Let's stick with size for now. That's fine. That didn't work either. Input type equals text. ID. We don't get an ID. Is there something wrong with us? Oh. Oh. We have been breaking this the whole time. It says something about search result. Search result attempted to close an element that was not open. Okay. I guess, oh, yeah, okay. Oh, it's because I was closing it twice. Great. Okay. This whole time, search result is not exported. This is where I get messed up. We were talking about this yesterday. Rockerbo, I think we were talking about this yesterday on Eric's stream. I never know whether to do the squiggly brackets or not on an import. Is it broken? Oh, it's not broken anymore. It's not broken anymore, is it? Let's just start this over. Zenus, I had never even heard of VW. I only knew that that was a car. That's it. Oh, and EM is for sizes relative to text. Okay, let's try percentage then. With 50%. Maybe that'll take up the whole screen. Oh, okay, was it the size or the width? Let's see which one worked. I'm gonna take that out real quick and see. Looks like CSS was what did it. Yeah. Built okay. Okay. VW is relative to 1% of the width of the viewport. VW. Okay. Relative to 1% of the viewport. 1% of the width of the viewport. So we would do 50 VW. Would that be the same thing? Would that be the same thing? Similar thing? All right. So we're going to put that in here. All right. Oh, Eric, squiggly brackets are for destructuring, so you can specify the exact identifier you're trying to export. Many libraries supply default export, so that's when you're getting, that's what you're getting when you don't destructure it. Okay, so I'm just saying in this case, I'm just saying I want the default thing from search result.svelte to be called search result. But in this case, if they were exporting multiple things, then this would just get the one thing. Is that right? Xanus is nice for VW is nice for responsive. I think that's what you're saying, and I love that. It sounds easy to get responsiveness that way, so that's cool. Problem with VW is it's relative to your screen, so it's hard to use containers around it to limit its size. Oh, you use it sparingly. Okay, so is it right to say percentage is the best game in town? Maybe. Because percentage seems like it would be fairly responsive. Only use it for a very basic page with few elements. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. It's all about what you need. No right answer. Gotcha. Okay. Brave Cobra never gets CSS to work for you properly. Me neither. I just type stuff and then eventually it works good enough. And this is good enough for me right now. Okay. Okay. So that's why you're back in dev. Me too. I can also never get JavaScript to work properly for me. At least in this case, it'll give me like fairly sane compiler errors because it's compiling the JavaScript. That's the thing I like. Svelte should pay me for marketing too. So we got Pork Bun and Svelte. Y'all both better pay me for marketing. Oh, and VW does not account for scroll bars. That's interesting. Does percent? I hope percent does. We don't need this error anywhere. Okay. All right. So we got the spinner. That's all good. Autocomplete and type ahead. Let's see if we can do autocomplete and type ahead. I think we can do autocomplete and type ahead. I think there's even an API for that. Damn, Rockerboo, you wrote a blog post about it? You are a beast. A blog post beast. What? That's amazing. Oh, it's not that long either. If you want something to fit, using 100 VW would make sense, but it doesn't. I'm guessing there's a but here. Stretches across the screen. Problem comes. But womp womp. Okay, the problem is when you have the screen need to scroll vertically, and most websites work, but it has problems because the scroll bar takes viewport space. Oh, percent. Make the elements with 100%. Okay. Well, that was easy. That was easy. Nice. Saved. Okay. Okay, so there is a way, I believe, to do type ahead. I think there is an API for it. Web search API, resources. I'm going to search for it. Bing web search, what is it, like type ahead API? Maybe? They're all undefined. Oh, I broke something. I broke something here. What did I break? What did I break? Bing web search type ahead API. Interesting. I broke something really bad here. That's weird. Okay. What did I break? So the data's coming back. The data's coming back. But something is up with search result, and I wonder if it's because of this import. Because it was working when I had this going on before. Bing web search type ahead API. No. Oh, this is where JavaScript gets me. This is where it gets me. Search result. URL, name, index. And I'm passing a URL, name, and index, right? URL, name, index. Result. Oh, you'll see production high-impact sites with scroll bars because they use VW100. They develop almost exclusively on the Mac, which has hidden scroll bars. If you use a horizontal scroll bar, you'll see they. If I see a horizontal scroll bar, you'll know they got bit by the 100 VW. That is a good case for cross-platform testing, and it's not just on the browser. Like, I hate cross-platform, cross-browser testing on the browser. Cross-platform, cross-browser testing because there's such a big matrix, but you got to do it on mobile anyway, so it's just a good testament. George XR89, if you're still here, thank you for the follow. I apologize I didn't thank you earlier. All right, so something is up with our search result. Are we seeing anything? Div ID equals results. Let's inspect one of these things. ID equals result undefined. Okay. So something is up. We're not passing the index properly. Index I, working on it. Okay. So we're passing this. We're passing data. We're getting search result to show stuff. So it's not the import. It's not the import. Something else is up. Let's just print out the result. Let's refresh the page. Bing Web Search Type Ahead API. Is index a reserved keyword? Good question. Let's call it IDX. Are we broken? Oh, haha. I changed it back. This is indeed not the right way to do it. Let's refresh it. JavaScript. All right. Forgot to do one of these. All right. Okay, it's an object. It has real stuff in it. Let's do JSON stringify. We'll show all of it. And I'll just put it in a div instead of h1 because that's going to be massive, massive. Okay, it's all there. It's not getting into the search results somehow then. Why not use console.log? I want to see it in the HTML because I want to see if this for loop or this each loop is working in the Svelte template. But in search result, good idea. Thank you. Console log. URL equals URL. Name equals name. IDX equals IDX. Oh, I can still console.log in the squiggly parts. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. I will do that next time I need that. All right. Super good to know. Okay. Thank you. Undefined. Search result was created with unknown prop IDX. Brave code true? Yeah, exactly. Passing params doesn't seem to work. That's right. We get undefines. All right. So we got to go back to Svelte. Maybe I'm missing something on how to do components. Component bindings. On submit, bind value. Is this how you do bind, or is this how you pass stuff to? Oh. Oh, I know what it is. It's export. I need to put an export here to expose it. That's why it was saying unknown property. That's why I was saying unknown property, because I was trying to pass it in here, but I wasn't exporting them here, so this thing was essentially saying, I don't take any properties in. And then here, we were just going, okay, well, you had set these to undefined, and they were never changed. Okay. JavaScript. All right. We're good. All right. Cool. Where were we? We were going to do something in here. Autocomplete. That's right. Bing web search type ahead API. Bing auto suggest. That's what I wanted. API auto suggest v7. I wonder if we have a Svelte binding to it. Send a GET request to for multi-service subscriptions. You got to do HTTPS. Oh, okay. So we have to do it from the server side because we need our key, our subscription key. Okay. All right. Oh, we got tons of APIs here. I should bookmark this page. Where was that? Image API. Map and location. Okay. That's for later. All right, autocomplete API. So we're going to create a new API. r.get or g.get autocomplete new autocomplete handler token. All right, so we are creating a new handler. We're passing our Bing token into it, and we're going to take this name, go into handlers. This is a big file. Too big for my taste, but whatever. For now, we're leaving it as is. So func is going to take in a token and return a handler func. So we've seen this before. And we're just going to return our... How do we do it again? Just return a regular old func. So we saw in Begin's stream before, he was using context.context. So let's check out echo.context is not the same thing. I am pretty sure it's not the same thing. Yes, it's not a context.context. It's not the same thing. Did I say, Rocco, did I say Begin or Begin? I meant to say Begin. I apologize to him if I said the wrong thing. So let's roll with, oh, you know what we can do? This will be fun. We can factor out some code here because we are creating the like standard API request, whether we're doing the Bing search or the Bing autocomplete or the Bing maps or whatever it is. We're creating, this is like the boilerplate for that. So I'm going to create a folder. And I'm going to call this request generic request.go. So it's the first time we've seen a new package in Go on any of the streams I've done, I think. So we're going to do an import of that. Import. Oh, we don't need to write import. I already have that up there. AR/go search Bing. All right. It knows I'm not using it. All right. So basically what we want to do is we want to do a Bing rec air equals Bing dot new request token. And that is going to get us up to this point. So all of this is going to go into Bing.newRequest. So we got func new request token string, and then we've got HTTP request is going to return, and then an error. Copy this in and comment it out so I can figure out what to do. Brave Cobra 2, does Go come with a DI container? Dependency injection container. No. Dependency injection is not really done the same way in Go. Not really done the same way as like Java or C#, for example. There's not as much magic. Like, for example, Go does not have annotations. So it's done a little bit differently. It's done using interfaces. So let's say you had a database, for example. You would create an interface to get app-specific data out of the database. And you would have an implementation for the real database, maybe an implementation for an on-disk database for testing, or maybe even an in-memory one that's just a mock for unit testing. And that's generally how DI is done. And newing up an HTTP client feels wrong. Absolutely, you are right. Yes. I will take this out and put it here. This is a way to do global variables, but just for this handler. So not global to the program, just global to the search handler. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. I cannot do const client. Rockerboot not currying. It's a closure. This is doing a closure. It's a higher order function using Go closures to close over the append result. This is actually a function, so it's closing. The function is closing over a function, an anonymous function that's been named to a variable, closing over these types, and most importantly now closing over this client. Is a higher order function a curry function? A curried function is a type of higher order function, but a higher order function is just a function that either takes another function, returns a function, or both. And yeah, I mean, it's fine if you don't know these details. I'm a nerd to this stuff, so I read it. It's fine you don't know these details because exactly, you use it all the time. You understand how it works. That's what you need, right? To be a programmer, you just need to understand how it works. Names are only important if you need to Google something. Just learned currying 6 months ago. Yeah, currying's pretty cool. You cannot, unfortunately, do it with Go, but you can do it with other languages. Haskell, I don't know, actually. I don't know other languages that you can do it in. I'm sure there are many, though. So, we are going to get rid of this, go all the way down to here. We don't need to create a new client. Brave Cobra, you made a curry last night. It's tasty. Nice. Oh, you can do currying in JavaScript. All right. Well, we're going to have to check that out because I'm excited about that. I know that Vuex, the Vue.js state store, requires that you do currying if you want to have a mutation that takes in variables. It requires that you write a curried function that way. So I guess I knew that. Same thing as you though, Rockerboo. It's like I knew that, but I didn't really know what it was called. I didn't see it. Can't you like your curry from a restaurant? I do too. I don't know why it's called curried functions. I think it's because it's like a courier. It's spelled C-U-R-R-Y, but I think it comes from the idea that the function is currying the argument to the next function that's returned. So it's like a 5-argument function would be a function that returns a 4-argument function, and then that returns a 3-argument, and so on. So you're carrying those arguments forward. So we've got our request. You're sending the request to Bing, and then you are decoding the answer. So we've got to go in here and uncomment some things. We are going to, we should take in a context. Echo.context. That should be a thing. We are going to put our endpoint up here inside of this package. And we need to pass in the context there. Cannot, oh, haha, wait. Cannot use context variable of type echo.context as echo.context value in argument to Bing. Wrong type for method echo. What? Wait. Okay, that's the echo import. Oh, v4. You get me. You slay me. You slay me, Go. Okay. It's the v4 of echo. Rocker Boot, all your functions are single argument query functions. Yeah, that's common. In Haskell, they must all be single argument. So that's common. Very common. You're doing it the same way. Brave Cobra 2, it carries but spelled wrong. The way that I heard it is that it's like a courier. C-O-U-R-I-E-R. It's like a courier that carries the arguments forward. You know how a courier would deliver something. But either way, yeah, it's spelled wrong. Or should you say svelted wrong? I love it. I love it. It's svelted wrong. That's right. Oh, okay. So we've got a Bing endpoint. That's our search endpoint. That's our... Wait, do we have a different endpoint for autosuggest? We do. Okay. So we need to do this. Search endpoint, and we need to do const autosuggest endpoint equals this. Oh, a courier is a specialist in the leather processing industry. Oh, I had no idea. That's awesome. Random fact of the day. We don't need that. There we go. I like putting these in my code just because. Oh, like curing leather. Yeah, I like putting these in the code just because fun to see interesting things before you look at the code. So it's like curing leather. Is it called a curer? A curer? So we need the endpoint and the token. We are going to pass the endpoint into here. Bing.search endpoint and the token. All right. Bing. It's spell checking Bing. Great. Send the request. Okay. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So I wonder if maybe we should do this in a generic function as well. Let's do that. Let's do that. Func execute request. I don't know what it's going to return yet. And we are going to not defer. You know what? This is not really, I don't really know how generic we're going to need that to be. So I'm not going to do it yet. So autosuggest endpoint. We are going to need to do that. So we're going to need to create a new, you know what? Actually, let's do one more thing. Let's put this, let's take that out. And we're going to just use the default client, http.defaultclient.do. Brave Cobra 2, I remember before you said like a global client is not a good, or newing up a client, every request is not a good idea. Then I put my own new client into a global for this handler. And now I'm going to use a client in both handlers. So I'm just going to use the built-in global default client. So rec error equals new Bing request. Bing dot new request. We're going to pass the context. Bing dot autosuggest endpoint and the token. If error not equal to nil, return error. Okay. Now we've got to put some other stuff in there too. User agent, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if we need all this stuff later. Market required. Okay, none of this is required. Okay. Where do you pass the term? search location, MS Edge client IP, MS Edge client IP, user agent, pragma, blah, 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 blah. Except, okay. Did I miss a query parameter? CC, market, set like. Oh, Brave Cobra 2. Thank you so much. Q. Okay. Somehow it's not required, which is interesting, but oh well. So we're going to do a rec.url.query.add Q. And we are going to, what did I do here? Oh, we're going to get the query parameter out. Okay, we did that code up here too. So let's just copy it. Nothing wrong with copying a little code. Just to see what works and what doesn't. So now we're going to pass the term in. All right, and now we're going to do a little more copying here. We're going to send the request. Send the request up, and now what do they return? Response objects. They have a suggestions object. So the following are JSON objects that the response may include. If the request is successful, the top level object in the response is a suggestions object. Okay, cool. Suggestion groups. We've got a type hint, user's query string, and suggestion groups. Okay, so let's try to decode this into Go. So we got a suggestions object. Slippery slope activated, Rockerboo? Yeah, half our production code. Yeah, half my code either comes from Stack Overflow code or code that I previously copied from Stack Overflow. So you got the recursion going on there. All right, so suggestions object. And then we've got suggestion groups, which is a list of suggestion group. JSON, I guess it's going to be called suggestion groups. Okay, so what's the suggestion group? We have a name, and we've got so the name is a string. Okay, so we need to create a type suggestion group struct. We've got name, and then that's called name in the JSON. Okay. Search suggestions. Oh, we got to build another type. Okay. Search suggestions. And that's going to be a, what is that? A search action. A list of search action. And it's going to be called search action. Oh, it's going to be called search suggestions. Okay, cool. Cool. And now we have a search action. Display text, suggested query term, URL, search kind. Okay. So let's move this into the Bing directory. I mean the Bing package. I'm gonna create a new file. Autocomplete. Go. Package Bing. This will make it a little easier to read and a little harder for me to go insane. All right, so we've got a display text. I'll just copy all these in. So query. Display text and query are strings. We've got search kind is another string. And then we've got URL as another string. So JSON, display text, JSON query, JSON search kind, JSON URL. Oh, Brave Cobra, is there no thing like Swagger for this that you can generate Oh, generated Go client SDK. I don't know. I don't know. Quick start, REST APIs. So internally, I think that this... Oh no, there's a reference in here. I think that this is somehow generated from Swagger, but I don't know if there's a publicly available Swagger thing. Microsoft, I keep forgetting. Gotta use my own search. Microsoft Azure Swagger API. Inside web APIs with Swagger and API. Azure functions with OP. Microsoft Azure API definitions in Swagger. GitHub. Is it on GitHub? No. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to do a little tangent because I want to see what website that's going to go to. Search result. So we're going to put a little small text under there. And we'll put that in a P. And we'll reload. Oh, caching again. Or did I break? I didn't break. Better. Okay. A little bit better. So, Azure REST API specs. All right, Brave Cobra, this might be something. Is Bing in here? ARM compute. ARM stands for Azure Resource Manager. So maybe it's under here. No. Quick start? No. Let's do a little Bing. Bindings, billing. Really? Maybe that's not the right folder. Documentation, scripts. Canonical source for REST API specs. Directory structure profile. Specification. Oh, maybe this is not Swagger stuff. Oh, there was a Swagger.json Rockerboo? Really? Quick start templates. Compute. App insights. Okay, let's see what's in here. We've got put deployments. Auth. OAuth 2. This looks like something more metadata-y. I don't know much about Swagger is the thing. And I'm not really seeing Bing in here, but this looks like something maybe more foundational that we need to know about. Oh, so Rockerboo, Swagger was originally a specification and a tool for defining REST APIs. So kind of like gRPC is for defining RPC calls. So it's defining REST and JSON APIs. Swagger was a tool to generate it from the spec, which is often put inside of swagger.json. And the spec is JSON. But now Swagger got sort of officialized out, I guess, or genericized out into something called, as Eric said, something called OpenAPI. I should probably use the word standardized because that's what it is, standardized out. So the spec got standardized out. There are many tools now. Brave Cobra, you mentioned one. NSwag Studio, that's one tool. There's a Swagger command line tool as well. I'm sure there's many others. They all consume the spec, the OpenAPI spec, and generate a client for Go or a server for Go, a server skeleton for Go, or whatever other language, Python, JavaScript, so on and so forth. It's used a lot. Microsoft at least uses it internally. Kubernetes uses it. for their massive API. I know some other companies that use it both internally and externally. So yeah, it's used all over the place. So I don't know that there is Swagger support, but I am just gonna keep on trucking with this for now, because I think I'm even almost done anyway. I think I am done with this definition. So we don't need that right now. We are going to then decode the response. So how did we do that here? Created results. Oh, we did this. Json Decoder. Okay. Yeah, check it out. See what you think. So we've got response equals, or what should we call it? Search autocomplete suggestions equals new Bing dot suggestions. All right, and then we're gonna do autocomplete suggestions. That's so meta. It auto-completed, my IDE auto-completed the variable autocomplete suggestions. I love it. Modern computing, everybody. So if there was an error, we're gonna bail out. How are we gonna bail out? Like that. We're gonna bail out like that, and now we need to loop through stuff and return stuff. So we're gonna, let's just go and return suggestion groups dot what? What page was I on? Suggestion groups. A list of suggested query strings grouped by type. For example, web search suggestions. So I want to go in and find the suggestion group that has name equals web. So var web suggestion group bing.suggestion group for no, I don't care about the index. Autocomplete for suggestion group equals range autocomplete suggestions dot suggestion groups if suggestion group dot name equals, and what was it? Web suggestion group equals suggestion group. And then let's break out of it. I don't know if there's going to be multiple. Who knows? Web suggestion group declared but not used. But it is. Brave Cobra. Oh, you found a Go SDK through Google. Google is a slightly better search engine than mine. Slightly better. It's cold. Yeah, that is cold, man. But I don't see a suggestion group. Custom search API. Oh, wait. Maybe there is a auto suggest. There is. Oh, brave. Basic suggestion group. I'm rolling my own. I'm doing it. We already got it running. I'm rolling my own. It's a stream. It's Friday. Let's write some code. Okay. We got a web suggestion group. Okay. So that is going to have a name in it, which we already know is web. And then we've got a slice of search action. Let's just JSON encode this thing that we just got back. JSON new encode. Oh, we can just return ctx.json http status okay, and we're going to do a web suggestion group, and that's it. Brave Cobra 2, no sorries, especially not with that one. That is huge. that that's there. I should have found it already, but you know, my search engine has some bugs to squash first before I'll be able to find that kind of thing. So, but thank you. Don't say sorry. Please don't. You prefer thinking before doing since you're lazy? I mean, it's probably better that way. Let's be honest. Part of the reason I stream though is because I love just doing, and I don't get the luxury of just doing at work. You gotta think, right? You gotta think and make the best choice. But in here, we make bad choices all the time, and that's okay. That is okay to make bad choices in programming sometimes, as long as you know how to fix them or get through them. All right, so we have a new autocomplete handler at /API/autocomplete, and we had a curl up here. So I'm gonna take this curl and put it in above search, and I'm gonna take the curl and do API/autocomplete, and we're gonna check out if that works. So let's do a curl, and I'm gonna do a term equals Java S. Hopefully it'll turn up JavaScript. Message not found. That's because I need to restart the server. Undefined Bing endpoint. Okay. So that is where? Under generic _ request. Endpoint. All right. Undefined new error, undefined term. That's going to be, we need to do a term. Okay, it's got to pass in term. And then we've got a new error. So let's, instead of returning new error, let's just return error. And that's going to make it so we don't need to pass in the echo context. And now we're going to return no request, an error. And now, going back to new request, we can get rid of the context. And now we need to do what? We got to pass in the endpoint and the term. Okay, and then down here, same deal, right? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, down below. Okay. No context. Endpoint, term, and token. Rockerboo, we are, me, Eric, and Began are all conspiring to surround you by Go. Oh, Brave, maybe do a PR before getting, yeah, probably get that SDK in later. I'll bet we're going to have to support like image search and map search. Not have to, but I want to. So at that point, it probably makes sense to get the SDK in for sure. And while you are on that topic, I will put this in image, map, and other kinds of search. Use that. Yeah, you know, if you don't know Go, hopefully this helps. Shameless plug for Monday. Me and my coworker Jennifer also learn Go. We do like a learning series stream at 11 a.m. on Mondays. So that's a cool one to come to too. It is a little bit like C#. It is a little bit like Python. It is a little bit like Java. It is a little bit like C++. It is a lot more like C. But it's kind of like every language, right? When you're learning a new language or you're trying to shift mindset into another language after writing a previous language, even if you're experienced in it, you gotta unlearn stuff. For me, I was going from Go to JavaScript, like you saw, and I've also been going from Go to Rust. And in both cases, I gotta just unlearn. I spend a lot of time unlearning before I can get into the mindset of not just how the language works, but also what are the best practices? What's going to save me time? And Brave, that's where I got to start thinking. That's where I got to start thinking about, like, what's the best way to do this? Here's how I would do it in Go, but that's not how I think I should start with, at least, here. But yeah, Brave, I'm glad that you're starting to be able to read it. That's super cool. And ask questions here. Come on Monday if you can. Ask questions there. The questions and comments chat is always open for you. Always open for anyone here. All right. So are we going to build this now? Is this going to build? It is. Okay. Internal server error. What happened? Oh, we got a panic. All right. Where did we? Is this a panic? I think this is a panic. Yes. Oof. I'm going to have to bail soon. It's getting late. Oh, heavy on the anon functions. Yeah, called lambdas in C#. Yeah. I think it's lambdas in Python too. C++ has a weird name, I think, right? Java too. I wonder if does Java have lambdas? Let's see. We're not going to know because I broke the server. All right, so let's search on DuckDuckGo. They have lambdas too. Do they have lambdas? Yep, they have lambdas too. Cool. Does C++ have lambdas? Microsoft says so. There you go. Lambda. Cool. Yeah, in Go, they're just called anonymous functions. Do they? Oh, does Microsoft has the viewport issue? Or who had it? Rockerboo. These ones look okay. Oh, wait. Is that it right here? I see an ad. Yeah. Ergotron. I've obviously been shopping for monitor arms. I'm getting another monitor. What? Oh, yeah. Horizontal scroll. Delphi. I haven't touched Delphi in so long. Delphi I learned right after VB because it's so similar. It was easy to learn. Okay, so what did I break? This is horrible to read. Horrible. Let's see if we can run it with the debugger. Main. Oh, what happened to my Go plugin? Something is broke. Oh no. Well, restart it here. And sometimes you gotta restart the language server. Is it not running? I did not want to do that. Alright. VS Code. Weird. Something's up with my Go plugin or my debugger. Who knows? Oh, Brave Cobra. Is it the default HTTP client? Maybe. Let's do this. Let's do a Bing answer. Oh, we already had Bing stuff. Well, we'll move that somewhere else soon enough. Client.go package Bing. Var client equals http.new client. And it doesn't even automatically add imports for me anymore. Weird. Do I need to specify a new client somehow other than that? Oh, duh. Not new client. It's new http.client. All right. Yeah, Rust does have a lot of nice functional stuff. I haven't gotten enough into Rust, though. That's my problem. I have not done enough Rust to really truly appreciate it. One of my coworkers does a ton of Rust. He's Mr. Rust on our team. But I haven't done enough to really understand it. Maybe I'll get some free lessons. I'll mooch some free lessons off of him. Default client. Bing.client.do. Brave, you don't like the functional programming approach. Yeah, to each their own. You know, I did functional programming first in Scala, and it worked really well there for me. It fit my style, and then I moved on to like Erlang and Haskell. But it just fit my programming style. It fit my brain. But to each their own. If at the end of the day, if you get your app built and working and it gets into production and it works properly, that's all that really matters, right? It also matters if it's maintainable and so on. So you got to keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, you can write maintainable code in the functional style and functional languages, but you can write it in other ones that are not in the functional style and are not functional languages. To each their own, to use the right tool. When I'm building stuff, I can use a handsaw, a circular saw, or a chop saw, and it gets the job done, but it's what makes the most sense for me, right? Use the right tool for the right job. Rocker, is it the Node.js? Did they build, that guy build Dino? Is that what I'm thinking of here? Okay, let's try this again. Panic still. All right, let's see if we can log some errors more. So we're logging here. We got the query param. We're gonna make a new request. Log that printf. I wish the debugger would work, but y'all don't want to see me fiddling around with getting the debugger working. So that's a bummer. But c'est la vie. We got the query parameter added. I have muscle memory to always print F, even though I don't need formatted string right now. Oh yeah, you visualize the building blocks. Yeah, I get that for sure. They have the UML diagrams too, and that's visualize them in real life too. Oh, the JS guy is making Rome. I heard about Rome. It's like a brand new toolchain, right? Rome. Unifying the front-end development toolchain. That sounds good. You replace Babel, ESLint, Webpack, Pretty, or Jest, and others. That sounds great. I don't have to learn millions of tools. I just learned one. That sounds great. Is this a real thing that I can use now? And does it work with Svelte? Another question. Rome init. Start linting. You can run Rome command. You can now run Rome commands. That seems like table stakes. Okay, that's good. Linting can be accessed via the command. Linting. Rome check. Let's check this out. Let's go on a tangent. We're going to do a npm install Rome. All right, Rome check. Probably node modules. .bin Rome check. Couldn't find a project. Really? Oh, maybe it's because it needs to have the Rome thingies. Rome init. npm run. Oh, it's npm run. Okay. Rome help. I guess I got to put it in my package JSON. Rome. I think that maybe is how it works. npm run Rome. No command specified. Oh, Rome help. I guess I'll just do this. Rome help. Rome help. Okay, init. Restart. That's a lot here. Okay. Rome commands. Initialize the project. Restart the daemon. Status. Stop. I wonder if I can Rome init, but have an existing project. Rome init. SPDX. Oh, unknown license public. SPDX. Oh, so there's some there's some heavy duty stuff going on here that I don't understand. But let's put Rome on the docket. Use Rome. I'm just gonna call this the front end. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Oh, and then I can do this. So I can do npm run Rome check. Nice. Rockerboo. Rockerboo, you're my hero. Okay. Nice. Okay, so we got some logs. Go run. Let's see how far we get. Curl, where are you? There you go. We get to 2. Okay, where's 2? We get to 2. Rec URL query. Okay, so that's a request, right? Yes. Okay, so net HTTP type request. There's a URL somewhere in there. rec.url. So I'm guessing that's a nil pointer exception. So why? Why is there no URL available? Maybe I just need to do one of these. rec.url being new request param equals rec URL query. If it worked there, where's my handlers? There we go. Log.print f rec.url equals rec.url. Let's try it again. Oh, did I? Oh. Oh. Is rec nil? Haha, right there. Right there. Return rec. Okay. I returned nil. That was a mistake. Big mistake. Okay. Okay, that's a start. I get back some search suggestions. That's cool. Cool, cool. Well, I get back nothing, I guess. So that's not cool, but it's a start. So JavaScript. Let's close up main. I don't need main or client. I probably need Bing answer. Nope, don't need that. Okay. Let's take out some logs. And let's print out the entire request. And see what's in there. No need for you, Rome. Not yet. Full request. Get to the thing. I think that's right. It says suggestions at the end. Subscription key. Leaked. Great. I'll be rolling that after this stream. All right. Okay. So where were those docs? Is this the auto? No, web search reference, suggestion group reference. All right, so we are going to go back to handlers and we are going to say if web suggestion group, we're going to see if that doesn't exist. So we're going to do that. Meaning we're going to set the web suggestion group to suggestion group if we found it. But if web suggestion group is nil, return new error. Context, HTTP status not found. I guess that's good enough for now. And no thing, I don't know, no thing found. Red alert. Okay. Most of the time, bugs are generated between the chair and the keyboard. Indeed. Indeed. If you do not use a chair, there's lots of other possibilities. Also true. Standing desk, I don't know. Standing desk, I don't know where the errors are coming from. In between the wall and the monitor, who knows? All right. So let's see if we get that error. I should probably take out that full request here. All right. Curl it. Okay, no error there. Yeah, no error. So let's print out the whole autocomplete suggestions then. Okay. Standing desk, more bugs. Yes. Yes, Rockaboo. The bugs are grounded. That's right. You got it. So there's nothing. So nothing comes back. Alrighty. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's a start. Let me check this stuff in. Ish. Sort of not working ish. All right. All right. So I gotta bail. I did not eat breakfast, so I gotta eat lunch. Oh, Brave Cobra, does the app work again? Let's see. Let's see. Is it npm run dev, I think. Npm run dev. There we go. All right, so we got localhost. We got JavaScript. The app works. The app works again. We just don't have autocomplete yet, so that's on the docket. Eric.dev, I thought you were saying you were finishing your assembly code. You were writing assembly code. But yeah, I want to see it. Yeah, after it boots up, tell me how it goes. Cable management is on point indeed. I want to run my cables outside of my box sometime and just run them out, organizing them outside, and then run them back in, because there's no matter what you do, I feel like cable management is impossible. Cable containment, maybe, but management, I can never get it right. Or at least maybe I am OCD and I can never get it to my standard. Cable length increases latency. What, 6 inches is gonna break the bank for me? Nice. Cool. All right. Well, I gotta bail. We're gonna come up, do some more autocomplete next Friday. So, next Friday, we're gonna continue. That's 10 a.m. Pacific. Brave Cobra, biggest takeaway from this stream. Oof, good question. For me, the biggest takeaway was, honestly, how to do imports in JS. I did not know about the spread operator. I knew about the spread operator in other places in JS, but I did not know that you could do the spread operator in import. It makes sense now. I learned about require yesterday on Eric's stream. I learned how that works and what that's for. Thanks to you, Rockerboo. Shout out. So I learned about that yesterday on Eric's stream. Rockerboo schooled me there. But yeah, now I know import bracket, import no bracket, and require. I get them all now. So that's small thing, but huge takeaway for me. What's the biggest takeaway for you? I guess that's the real question. I've been learning JavaScript like mad lately, especially Svelte. I get JavaScript fundamentals up to the point of writing jQuery, but I don't really get them all the way up to the level of sophistication to understand everything in Svelte. Oh yeah, mutating state. Yeah, actually another takeaway, Rxjs. I love that concept. the functional concept. I'll probably learn Svelte storage first because I kind of understand how Vuex and Redux work. So I think maybe Svelte stores will be similar. So that'll help. That'll help me. Maybe that'll help me understand more, I guess, more JavaScript or something like that. So who knows? Yeah. So, okay. Schedule for next week. Monday, I will be here at 11 a.m. with my colleague Jennifer. If you haven't met her, come Monday. She's cool. We're learning Go. We're doing pointers in Go on Monday, and we're doing a project that is pointer heavy. So come check it out. Wednesday, 1:30 Pacific, we're going to do more Kubernetes. We have a project that we're deploying to Kubernetes on the internet, secured with HTTPS. I'm getting dental surgery on Thursday. That will not be streamed, so I will not be here on Friday. I will be here, if all goes okay with the surgery, I will be here next Monday. So we got Monday this week, this coming week, Monday, 11 a.m., Wednesday, 1:30 p.m., skipping Friday, hopefully back that next Monday as well. Yeah. You got to get wisdoms out soon. Yeah, Zanus, I hope yours are not impacted. Mine are impacted, and they're making a big deal out of it, and it's going to be, they say it's going to be terrible. They got to put me under. I got to get my wife to drive me back from the office. But on the plus side, I'm going to eat a ton of ice cream, so that's good. But yeah, Eric.dev, you should totally stream in my place. Totally stream in my place. Yep. Drooling stream, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to still be on meds or just antibiotics or whatever, so we'll see. Yeah. Bottom two for me too, Zanus. Bottom two for me too. They tried to upsell me to the top, but they're fine, so I'm not doing the top. Pick a fight at my... Oh, you had to be put under too, Eric? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not excited about being put under. I got put under once before for appendix. That sucked. But I got drugs and I got Jello and ice cream, so that was cool. Pick a fight at my local bar. I feel like if I do that, all my teeth but the impacted wisdom teeth are gonna fall out. You had to do all of yours, Eric. Oof. Zanus, yeah, they told me I could do gas, but it's gonna be an hour to 1 to 2, or maybe 1.5. They said like 1.5 to 2, and then they told me 1 to 1.5, and then someone else said 1 to 2. And I was just like, is it more expensive to just go under? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, boom, I'm doing it. Going under, and that's all. That's what it is. So 8 hours for you, Eric. Oh my God. 8 hours. Brutal. Brave Cobra, you got the top 2 removed. They had to grind away part of your jawbone. Oh my God. I hope they don't have to do that to me. Oh my. Well, I'll be back on Monday and Wednesday, not completely messed up. Hopefully they don't have to grind away part of my jaw, because that sounds awful. I'll cross my fingers. Pray for me. Rocker Boo, my face hurts now because it's the one on the right is pushing into the nerve on the next tooth over. It's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, Brave, maybe I'll just take everything out. I just implants the whole way. I'll get a grill. It'll be great. Yeah, no, Zanus, you got it. You're right. We'll all be fine. Does that mean I'll be more talkative? Maybe I'll be able to say bigger words faster, because I have a problem with that. I get going real fast, and then I try to go for a big word, and I just completely like blow it up, and I gotta start the sentence over. So yeah, that's a thing. Maybe it'll get better. Anyway, I am gonna bounce. I'm gonna go eat lunch. I hope you all have a great weekend. Let's see if I'm gonna see, there is one. I am going to push it forward and find someone to raid, just like Began does. Twitch, science, and technology. And we got a programming, software development. Unironically using Python. I checked out Primegen yesterday. Python, AWS Terraform, C#, software architecture in German. let's check out some C#. I've been looking at C# a bunch lately. Let's check out some C#. So Wilkie had raid WHILKE. All right, y'all. Raid is beginning soon. And I will see you back here Monday, 11 a.m. for some pointers. I hope to see you there. Goodbye.